Wub, 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 wub. Wub, 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 wub. Wub, 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 wub. Oh man, I wish I could play songs that are different. Here's a picture of the skyline. Wub, 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 wub. Wub, 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 wub. Wub, 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 wub.
Here's a picture of the skyline.
Yeah.
As you can see, everything's fine. Portland's great all the time. According to the city council, stealing the taxpayers' dime. Follow the money, follow the money. The homeless industrial complex thinks this
Oh yeah.
funny. The city is beautiful.
Lit by the gaslight.
Launder more money, kickback sweet as honey. Their projectile shit is runny. Waiting for the doctor with their hurt tummy. Oregon trailers in real life.
Oh
Why am I
yeah.
being chased with a knife? I was sure it was X-Day, but I guess in Steptown I don't get a say. Alright.
This city's murder rules don't make sense anyway.
Can't use my gun, but an annex is okay.
Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop.
City is beautiful, lit by the gaslight.
Do, 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 do.
My house is zero interest and it's paid off too. I make
Just
just as much as you, but you're still screwed. My paycheck is worth twice as much as yours new. Now get back to work with that shit attitude. You're stuck here with me. You aren't gonna make it while I have kids for free. You can't move due to the moving fees while I live in the trees as I please.
Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop.
City's beautiful.
People are like, F this, I'm out of here.
Neon orange splashed by dumpster fires bright. Keep your foreman team tight. It's gonna be a long night.
It's pulling by gaslight. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. Hey. Alright, how's it going? Advert. So this is the first test stream with our new internet. My bitrate still looks really low, but it occurs to me that my bitrate may just be really low because I have it turned on super low. So, or it's just because my little Wi-Fi dingle dongle is, just not very strong. I've got a new, that's what I was supposed to do. I've got a new Wi-Fi card coming tomorrow, hopefully. Let me, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. Let me check that out. See how that's doing.
Why does it hurt to laugh? Why does it hurt to cry? Why does it hurt to live, and will it hurt to die? Do I try to
Hey.
get more berries so we can bake a
Half-ass, how's it going? Prepper Book Club, yo. This is my first stream with the new internet, so, like, if you... Hopefully this is all coming crisp and clean and cool and clear, and hopefully there's no glitches or hiccups or, buffering. Hopefully there's no buffering. If you have any questions, kind of the big thing, because I like to talk about shit, it's the fan stuff. There was a double shooting from ICE in Portland, just like within the last hour or two. So kind of like Minnesota, whatever that shithole is on the other side of the U.S., that shithole place. There was oh man, stupid! I'm getting stupid studio errors. It says YouTube's not responding. Sounds nice and clear. My YouTube Creator Studio is like, connect your encoder to go live. It's acting like I'm not. It just like, as soon as I said that, it crashed out. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming, as such reviewers will experience buffering. So I wonder if I just need to increase the, I could try increasing the bitrate. Anyway, but you guys can still hear me. Hopefully. So there was a double shooting today in Portland. ICE, the 911 has already, the 911's call has already gone out. Basically, it was like a husband and wife. I shut the music off so you guys could hear me. Although I should try playing both at the same time and see if it just completely screws up. But I bet you I need to increase my bitrate. But I'll do that next stream. So they haven't announced like which hospital they went to, or if they're alive or the opposite of alive. But yo, Jacob 2A. But you guys are going to be seeing some crazy civil unrest in the next few days between Minneapolis shithole and Portland shithole. There's going to be some crazy, and I would stay out of the cities this weekend. I don't know why they're not mobilizing National Guard like right now. We have left the FA, and we are into the FO for sure. Okay, my network card's still coming tomorrow. So I think what I'll do is, like, when the network card comes tomorrow, I'll install it, and then I'll try to do another stream where I'm gonna crank it up full blast. I haven't had a stream on full blast in like a long time because the bandwidth is just like, even if you have like coax, like cable internet, even if you have like cable internet, they still throttle you. And so I still, even when I had cable internet, wasn't able to turn it on full blast because it just like destroyed the bandwidth. Watching from the People's Republic of Michigonia. Hell yeah. So I'll throw, oh shoot, did I save it? Hold on. I'll throw it up on the screen, I guess, to just remind everybody what the heck I'm talking about in the meantime. Also, what's super crazy, FBI Portland immediately deleted their post. So FBI Portland, dude, I hate Windows 11 so bad. Hold on, I'll throw it up on the screen here in a second. There we go. So this is the tweet from FBI Portland. This is a real tweet that they really made, and they really deleted it. And So, I mean, this is like a real thing that happened. People were trying to say it was fake and that the FBI's Twitter was hacked, but it's real. They just deleted the tweet for some reason. It's kind of weird. And hey, since I have you all here, if any of you didn't leave a review, I'm not asking you to like buy my book, although if you don't have a copy of it, if you bought it, that would be cool. If you haven't yet, if you could please leave a review for my book, Bunker Basics. Why do you think it? So advert, you said of course they deleted it. Why? What on it? Oh yeah, thank you, Cucumber. I appreciate you. I'm curious, advert, what you think on here would make them delete it, or do you think it's just something that they would do because they're weird? Prepper Book Club, leave me, or I can email you or something. If you can't grab a copy, if your email's somewhere, let me know. Because I'm really trying to get up to 25 reviews to see if anyone is interested in a part 2. Yeah. Advert, what do you think about this tweet would make them go like, oh shit, and delete it? Is there like a red flag? Is there like a red flag that you see here? It says FBI Portland's investigated an agent involved shooting that happened at approximately 2:15 p.m. near the 10,000 block of Main Street, involving Customs and Border Patrol agents in which 2 individuals were wounded. And they didn't like repost it with like changed information or anything. It's weird. It's just weird. I mean, maybe this happens all the time and I just never notice it, but I was trying to like alert everybody and then the stupid tweet got deleted. Isn't that weird? I just think it's weird. Too much detail. That's what I think too. I think it says in which two individuals were wounded. Like, so what really happened is, I don't have a copy of the. I don't have a. Let me see if I can find like the 911. Well, you want to know what's super crazy about the address? So, the 2 No Me Gustas that got shot. I don't even know how this works. I think they like successfully fled, and then they ended up in an apartment complex nearby somehow. So they got away. I think they successfully got away. And then they realized the gunshots are they needed to get to the hospital. I wonder if they thought originally they could survive the gunshots and realized they couldn't survive the gunshots without going to the hospital. Advert says, I think the post is fine. It's just news. Doesn't bother me. It's a touchy subject for some. Maybe they didn't want people starving the hospitals. So that's a good point. So at the first hospital, they had here's what's weird is it happened at a hospital, which doesn't make any sense. So there is tons of cops at that hospital. And I think you're right. Like, this would have just sent everybody scrambling to this hospital. And they probably, the cops maybe wanted time to get there first to secure the hospital. Because something that you might not know, in Portland, illegals have stormed the hospitals before. There was some stupid thing happened I think some ethnicity got shot, and then the ethnicity went to the hospital, and then a whole bunch of other ethnicity actually like stormed the hospital. And then there was a big fight with the cops and this ethnicity, and they had to like kick them out, and then it kind of just disappeared off the news. And so I bet you, yeah, you could be right in which they didn't want this hospital to get rushed before the cops could get there. But what's insane is people were saying, like, even though this was the hospital that they got shot at, which doesn't make any sense. They don't know if this is actually the hospital. Hey, KP. They don't know that this is the hospital that they got brought to. So, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. Sorry, I'm distracted by the memes. I can't help it. Let's see if I can find the. Let's see if I can find the. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. I'm gonna throw the 911 up here so you guys can see. Bonk. Here's the 911, and it says it was a couple in a red Toyota. My caller's Border Patrol said they shot at the subject, almost ran them over, unknown if they hit the other subject since they drove in a red Toyota Tacoma. Autocorrect is killing you. Yeah, also, I think, oh, dang it, like, Prepper Book Club, like you said, like, there could have been an admin war over this, too. Because it was ICE that did it. It's FBI that's taking over. But they have assistance from PPB. So there's like 2 different federal agencies and city police working on this at the same time. Which is weird because PPB like doesn't even want to be associated with ICE because they don't want to get their ass kicked by Antifa. They don't want to get dragged down. But this says a 33-year-old male conscious breathing problem. Spanish speaker. Says he ran from ICE and was shot twice. Wife was shot once as well, just pulled over. And that's the thing. So like they successfully got away from ICE, and then they pulled into a nearby apartment complex where they got caught. I mean, they had to have got caught because it's like ICE is going to know and the FBI is going to know what hospital they went to. So if they survive, even if they survive, they're getting black bagged. And so I think you're right. I think it's probably the hospital that's going to get raided. Which again, like I said, that's happened. Woo. That's definitely happened before. The hospitals in Portland have definitely gotten raided before. Anyway, so there you go. There are some late breaking civil unrest news. Yeah, everyone gets cited and wants to report things first. The weird thing is like FBI Portland usually doesn't break news. So I wonder if somebody told them to do it before they cleared it. Maybe somebody was trying to be helpful, and they were like, "Don't post that. Abort the mission." Anyway, but this is just a test stream, and I wanted to say hi, and then I guess this isn't going to be like a news channel or anything. That just happened to be something that happened, and I think unless something super distracting happens, this is probably what's going to distract everybody until the next thing distracts everybody. But I think civil unrest is going to be crazy. The bots are all going to say to do the no things on both sides, and hopefully cooler heads prevail and we just deport everybody, but I doubt that's going to happen. Is there anything interesting on your guys' minds that y'all want to talk about? I want to talk about Ohio, but every time I try to talk about Ohio, nobody wants to talk about Ohio. Probably because it doesn't really exist. But maybe people just don't want to get political and hurt each other's feelings. But I love talking about politics and stuff. Talk about the absolute clown shoes that's Vivek Ramaswamy. And how he needs to go. We'll see Stack goes. Dude, Prepper Book Club. I know. We have been racking our brains for years trying to figure out how to spawn those pallets of bricks. It would be so useful. Just imagine how useful it would be if, like, you could just get pallets of bricks to show up. You could get all kind. You could like build a freaking wall around your house. You know, you could do whatever. You could build a new playground. You could build a little castle. You could build a little tower. Like, just, hey, I want another pallet of bricks. Bloom. I'm the brick fairy. Hee hee hee. Did you order your pallet of bricks? Hee 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 hee. Yeah, I did, Brick Fairy. Thank you. It's very thoughtful of you, Brick Fairy. No problem. Anyway, nope, still haven't figured out how to summon pallets of bricks, unfortunately. But if I figure it out, I will tell you guys how to do it. If you guys ever watch Watcher on the Web, he's really good. And he was talking about yesterday about how clearly the money has been authorized to at least the Minneapolis, terrorist cell, Antifa cell. And so, which is why everyone's like, why are they all showing up out of the woodwork? It's like, well, because their checks cleared. And he was talking about how all the Richie Riches kind of unlock money to like each city's cell, and then they all go get their print on demand posters and head out. They're big giant print on demand signs. Concealed Nation had the tweet from Portland you just showed. Yeah, it was not up for very long. The only reason I saw it at first is because like K2 News or something, they had grabbed a screenshot of it. And so I'm like, oh, that's crazy. I hate living in Ohio. I wish I never moved out of Michigan. Yeah. Well, if it makes you feel any better, Advert, lots and lots and lots of people are trying to cyberbully Vivek back to India where he belongs. So unfortunately his big announcement was not that he was going back to India. His big announcement was that he had announced his running mate. And it's funny, he went away from Twitter for like 2 or 3 days. He's like, I'm leaving Twitter. It's too toxic there. And then the GOP, Ohio GOP, is like, we've got this big announcement, and everyone's like, just shut up and leave already. And then like the day after the announcement, they're like, look at how many people were at our announcement. The room was packed. And everybody's like, the room is not packed. And then he started posting on Twitter again, and everybody's like, shut up, you said you were gonna get off Twitter. Nobody likes you. Live northwest of Grand Rapids, East Muskegon. Where did you live? Heck yeah. It's crazy. It's just legitimately blows my mind how many of you live around like Michigan and Ohio. And then you don't hear about anybody living anywhere in between, and then all of a sudden they're on the I-5 corridor. It's like there's just nothing in between Ohio and the Pacific Northwest. That's funny. Yeah, so Prepper Book Club, do you have your... I think I've emailed you before. Prepper Book Club, I'll send you an email. Yeah. Do you guys think that getting 25 reviews on Bunker Basics is just too crazy of a stretch goal? It seems to be so stinking hard. Yeah, I've definitely emailed you before. I'll email you again. It's so hard to get reviews. I'm just wondering if you guys think that on Amazon, like if getting 25 reviews is just too much. If you can think of like some other way that I could try to gauge interest for writing a part 2. And the reason why is because AI has almost just like completely killed my urge to write. I was halfway through writing a book. Well, it was like almost 2/3 of the way writing through a book when all those AI slop books just like completely took over Amazon. I was just like, shoot. It's just sad because like I love AI art and I love AI music. I'm not going to pretend that it's something it's not, but I think it's fun. There's something about AI writing that just grinds my gears. Like and I think it's because like when you read Twitter, especially Twitter, like every single one of those bot posts is like AI written, and it's just like it's so painful to read 20, 30, 40, 50 AI bot posts over and over and over. Cucumber says, sad thing is the good book most people won't read. The part I read and seeing the chapter titles. Oh, thank you. Prepper Book Club says there's so many AI slot prepping books, can't hardly tell what's real or not. So Prepper Book, I did an episode. It was like 2 or 3 hours because I was having a bad day. And all I did was open up like every AI slop prepper book in like the top 100, and then I just kind of kept going and just read like the first chapter or 2 from like every AI slop book, and it was so bad. It's like 90% of them. It's insane. It's absolutely insane how many there are, and they're all written exactly the same, and they're just as bad as the damn YouTube AI prepper channels that are just slop, topical. It's not this, it's this. M dash. It's not this, it's this. You're not this, you're this. It's not this, it's this. XYZ. Over and over and over and over. It's like nobody talks like that. And then, of course, people who actually classically go through school really do write that way. And so every once in a while, I'm like, oh, that person's actually probably smart and not an AI. That happened again the other day. I was reading something, and I'm like, damn, they're actually probably a smart person. YouTube punishing real channels right now. It's bad. Yeah. It's bad. The only AI YouTube channels I like is when people are making little AI movies, because that's fun. And to me, that kind of reminds me of like what YouTube used to be, where people would just make stupid little things to share them. Someone made all these like AI Pokemon little 4 minute like what if Pokemon was like real life. Oh, that was so scary and it was so trippy, and they did like such a good job. I'm like, that was rad, because it was like, what if Gengar was like real, or what if like Muck and like wheezing, like coughing and wheezing, were like real. Advert says, I don't think that's too many reviews. My review posted a while ago. I'll have my dad try to post one too. You got your Book of Visions bug out weekend. Oh, Advert, that would be so awesome. That would be so awesome. And I really want to know, because I'm working on the spring 2026 edition, which is going to release in a couple more months. I want to add a couple more things and polish up the formatting a tiny bit and try to actually do some spring seed stuff to make sure my methods are still going to work, and get more dirt and try to fertilize and see if my apples all come back, and then modify my book for the spring 2026 update. But yeah, I really want to know like what people think, and if it's missing anything, or if I need to add anything, or if they just want stuff in part 2, because I think I did maybe add like another section or two, and I expanded a bunch of stuff. I can't remember. Portland mayor calls on ICE to end operations in the city. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Yeah, Prepper Book Club, one of the things you said, AI stealing content. Like, that's what the AI Prepper Slop channels are. Like, it is pure, and it's the same thing with the AI Prepper books. It is just 100%. Not even a tiny bit. 100% stolen content. With maybe a different picture. And the books are the same way. It's 100% stolen content. That's why I won't put Bunker Basics on Kindle, because it'll just immediately get stolen the second I do it, because it's not good enough to be top 10 or top whatever. But yeah, I remember Scrivener. One is a zombie survival story and one's a survival sci-fi mix. If you don't like Scrivener, what I use is is it still called Campfire Blaze? Yeah, I use Campfire. Hey, Roaming, how's it going, buddy? I haven't checked your video out yet. There was a bunch of stuff in Portland popping off that I was taking care of. Or watching, I mean. Prepper Book Club, yeah. If you don't like Scrivener, check out Campfire. So Campfire has all of the... You can make new characters. You can make new story arcs. They can have inventories and all that stuff. But if Scrivener works for you, I think that's the other top one that people use. Cucumber says, wife and I bought our garden seeds from the place. Prepping starts to the video on, he had discount codes. Yeah, and we haven't got new seeds. I just keep trying to use the old seeds over and over and over again, and honestly, I should get new seeds. And I think where I effed up this year is I think I just effed up the potatoes. I just ran out of energy to deal with my potatoes, because my first batch of potatoes got ruined by the cat using my potatoes as a litter box, because cats love to use this is so stupid, but cats love to use potatoes and potato bins as litter boxes, and there you just I missed it. And all of a sudden, there was potatoes and cat turds living together in cat turd harmony. So that really discouraged me. Yeah, roaming, everything's so far so good, but it's dark now, and I bet you the riots are going to be starting anytime. And if not tonight, I think the riots this weekend are just going to be insane. Especially if those people end up dying. That's what someone on my feed said. They're like, dude, if those people die, they got shot here in Portland, it's going to be really bad. See if anyone's messaged me back. So I talked to other people that are way smarter than me, and they so hey wah wee wah. It's my Canadian brother. Analog radio. Yeah, we had sleet yesterday, but it was beautiful today. I got tons of wood for the wood stove. Me and my wife loaded up on tons of firewood. So we're going to be warm as can be. Yeah, I need to buy new seeds though. I don't know what I'm going to do about potatoes. I guess I'm just going to like hope that like it didn't get too warm or too cold and that all the potatoes are still fine. My potatoes were growing through like December. That was another part of the problem. Is my potatoes were growing through like December, so I didn't want to pull them out. So, well. And yeah, we had so much rain it flooded like 4 times. Then we got sleet. 556 by 556. That's funny. Low 50s tonight, then cool down. That's what I heard. I heard the temperature was going to be dropping again. Everyone's going to start freezing their balls off. High 30s, yeah. Yeah, that's what it's been here. It's been hovering around like 38. Keeps getting cold. But not quite cold enough. Then we'll get like frost and then... Yeah. But yeah, so what I'm really doing is I'm waiting for my trees to come back. As soon as my trees come back, I'm going to try to grow a couple things. I'm going to make sure that everything in my books in terms of like spring seed prep and dirt prep, and hope my neighbors don't forget that I want to get some fertilizer from them to keep stirring in. They got something humongous delivered today. I don't know what they got delivered today, but they got something huge delivered, so I didn't get to see what it was. But hopefully they'll share some of their fertilizer with me. When do you guys typically do like your pre-spring fertilization? I've heard some people say like January. 50 tonight and 60 tomorrow? That's insane. It's climate change, man. We didn't listen. Should have done what Al Gore said. Need to get my garden cleaned out. I can usually do some cooler crops. I haven't cleaned out my garden. It's been too cold and I've been too tired. I was going to have a 5-hour energy and I forgot. Spring frost. Laws are coming tomorrow and Saturday morning. Rain is taking frost. Oh. Okay. When does our seed planting season start? Man, it's so messed up here. It's not even funny. We've had years where it's like summertime by the beginning of April, and then we've had other years where it's not summertime until freaking middle of July. I put tomatoes in the ground, and the tomatoes, they'll sit in the ground for like 2 months. And then I've had other times where they're just like ready to go. So, on paper, they say it's April 1st here if you check the Farmer's Almanac. But the reality is it's not April 1st. It's more like mid-July, which is just terrible. But again, there's been other years where it's like 100 degrees and dry as a bone in April. Our weather is like just completely screwed up. That's why I'm kind of trying to... I tried to plant corn in like March, and it didn't even sprout. And then I tried to plant corn again in July, and it immediately got eaten by the rabbits. It's tough here. That's kind of like why I kind of keep the book going. Because trying to share how hard homesteading is, even just the garden, is just insane. I would need like 5 people. And like 3 dogs. And a donkey. So. But I go check on my trees every couple days. But I haven't seen any deer, knock on wood. I haven't seen any deer in months. So that's cool. The trees are okay. Some of the trees were still had green leaves on them up until a couple weeks ago because there hadn't been a frost. There hadn't been a frost until like mid-December. That's pretty crazy. So, but that also kind of bums me out because if I had been able to protect those trees longer, they would have been growing through almost the entire winter. But every single tree has frosty little buds on it, and so every single tree is ready to come back. And they're just going to explode. But again, that's kind of why, like, looping back to my question, when the heck should I, like, pre-fertilize them? Should I wait till, like, February and pre-fertilize them, like, in February? I hope it warms up a little bit. I have, like, 1 5-gallon bucket of liquid fertilizer left. Maybe 1.5. Cucumber says, if anyone thinks they're planting a garden and you'll have good success, you're fooling yourself. Oh, yeah. I would argue that it takes at least 2 years. If you're lucky, your second year. But it's actually more likely it'll be like your 3rd year, because figuring out which side of the house, which sides of the house to grow which things is just a giant bitch, and you only get like one shot per year, maybe 2 if you're lucky, if your cucumbers can get in soon enough. And then if your dirt sucks and you're not getting anything anyway. And then what happened to several friends of mine, they thought they had their shit all squared away, and then literally like some critter came in and just like wiped out their entire garden overnight. That happened to a couple friends of mine. One deer got into my biggest garden. Thankfully it was like a little deer, but it just like it nibbled everything like just enough to where it didn't really get to set off, didn't really get to pop off. And what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get some help, and I'm going to have to just make that garden bulletproof, at least from the deer. It's not going to be bulletproof from like the bunny rabbits and the voles. The voles just were like tearing the blueberries apart, just tunneling under every single one of them like little bastards. But I put a bunch of clover up. Holy shit. I thought you were dead. Welcome back. Welcome back to the land of the living. Everybody give a warm warm welcome to Show and Tell Who's Not Dead. No, I didn't hear what happened to your channel. Everyone was coming to me and asking me, and I said, I don't have their Discord. I assumed we were talking about Pete Buttigieg, and we got banned. We got you banned, unfortunately. That's what I thought happened. Not allowed to talk about Pete Buttigieg. Not sure what states have, but Michigan has something where they'll test your soil for free. Well, our soil has been compacted by 10,000 years of brontosauruses. I need to get a rototiller, and they've been sold out of the rototiller that I want. YouTube completely removed your... that's what I assumed happened. But was it because we were talking about Pete Buttigieg? So if everyone wants to... Hold on, what's the easiest way to do this? Here we go. If everyone wants to stop everything they're doing and give Show's new channel a follow. Wah wee wah. Yeah, we were all talking. See, who was it? We were talking about Beto. And we were all making Pete Buttigieg jokes. I can't remember. And then all of a sudden your channel just disappeared. I thought my internet was dead because I'd been having internet problems. Scamming, spamming, and deceiving practices. It's all those people you've pissed off. See, you've pissed off the wrong people. And I have to make sure that I never piss off those people, because you pissed off some seriously spiteful assholes. I've seen people piss off a lot of idiots before, but you found like the special population of people to piss off. So don't share. Don't the wrong people or the right people. I mean, I've never seen anyone's. Well, okay, that's not true. I mean, there's you can't play Waterworld either, because you'll piss off the wrong people playing Waterworld. I don't know if you've ever guys seen that movie, but don't play Waterworld. And all we were watching was that stupid cow talking about sports. And she was talking about raising taxes. Yeah, she was talking about raising taxes and sports. And so we were talking about Kathy Hochul, and we were having a great conversation. I was laughing my ass off. Like, I really needed it. It was like a legitimately funny conversation. And then I got the buffer, and I just thought my internet crashed. But yeah, everyone, go to Rural's chat, like the next time Rural's live. AI is torpedoing a lot of channels too. Well, they're putting, Vance. That's right. That was so funny. Oh, that's right. If like we were saying that JD Vance and who was gonna be Erica Kirk. That's right. We were saying JD Vance and Erica Kirk were gonna get married. Yeah. Or maybe Erica Kirk could be like the VP. So it could be like JD Vance could be president and Erica Kirk could be, yeah. Because I was trying to think of a way that like they said all these nice things about his wife on Twitter because it was her birthday or something, and they're like, oh, Pashishma or whatever the hell her name is. Oh, she's so nice, blah, blah, blah. But like everybody knows, I asked for a review in 20 minutes. They said you're gone forever. That's insane. Hasn't your show been up for years? Haven't you been doing your show for years? They just like nuked your show in like 2 seconds. Um, yeah, because I think his wife is just like really bad optics with how everyone's getting pissed off at H1Bs, and so that's why it was like. Whereas like Erica Kirk has got like she's got all the optics. They would make like the craziest power couple ever, even though I think JD Vance is like a weak bitch sometimes. Oh, it's not even a year old? Oh, okay. My bad. I saw that with no recourse to reverse some channels almost a whole year. That happened to Mousetrap Mondays. The guy that's been doing Mousetrap videos for 8 years, he got like 2 strikes back to back. And then Mr. Guns and Gear, that's been doing YouTube videos forever, just got like a strike again the other day too. Yeah. Hopefully nothing I do is like interesting enough. I was gonna show my book. I was gonna show my book off, but I'm just trying to ask people if they leave reviews to my book. But I think almost all of you. Wub. Hold on. Wub. 1 second. Wub. No, that's the wrong one. Wub. Someone got banned for holding a microphone. Dude, that's insane. Wub. Which is funny because there's been Twitch gals that have had guns on. The gal that was like accosted again at like a Twitch thing, and she showed up on our next Twitch stream with a gun. I was like, hell yeah. But it's weird. Yeah, YouTube is just like, it's because they don't want to accidentally film any mass no-knowings. In fact, Hudson Valley got temporarily nuked a while back because their intro video had like a pistol. Got auto nuked. Wow. Updated 219 PST. U.S. Border Patrol agents were conducting a targeted vehicle stop in Portland, Oregon. The passenger of the vehicle and its target is a Venezuelan illegal affiliated with Tendehuaca prostitution ring and involved in a recent shooting in Pisstown. The vehicle driver is believed to be a member of the vicious Venezuelan gang Tendehuaca. When agents identified themselves to the vehicle's occupants, the driver weaponized his vehicle and attempted to run over the law enforcement agents. Fearing for his life and safety, an agent fired a defensive shot. The driver drove off with the passenger fleeing the scene. I guess apparently that's from Homeland. How the hell did both of them get shot then? Oh yeah, Cucumber, you're right. That was rough. Beer, what have you done here? One of my favorite gun gear channels got jammed up on a live stream. Shooting anything live is just like... not shooting. I mean, doing a live video with anything in actual video is just horrifying because there's just so much AI now. I'm sure if I even so much as had a picture of a pistol, I'm sure like even these little guys right here, if they weren't so like screwed up AI jibber jabber, I'm sure the AI sooner or later could have a spaz attack and decide that those are no-nos. I don't even know how video games get away with it. I mean, you can have shooting video games all day long and it's not a big deal. And, you know, it's like some, like, H-1B from the other side of the planet in charge of reviewing. They made a movie recently. I forgot what it was called. That's on the tip of my tongue. But it's basically a movie about, like, a content reviewer just, like, slowly going over the edge, having to see just, like, the most horrible shit all the time. But it's all AI and H-1Bs now. I doubt there's any real people having to look at all of our horrible content anymore. It's like, this content's horrible. Either that or it just, like, randomly bans things just to make people think it's doing something. Because AIs are so crazy. Anyway. Wah wah wee wah. Da, 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 da. Destroy my dreams and now. No, my volume is still low. Although I'm always talking low. Whoops, wrong button. I'm always talking low anyway. Wub 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 wub. Wub 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 wub. Now I'm afraid to play music. If you guys have been slowly turning my volume up over and over again, if I play music, it's going to blow you guys out. If you're effective putting out a good message, YouTube will screw with your channel. It's so true, Cucumber. I know everybody always bitches about this, but it's true if you... Hold on, let me get there. Dear, dear, what have you done here? You have destroyed my dreams and now... I'll tell you exactly what happened on my metrics. I was getting really good traction. Right up at, a whopping, 10 or 15 people watching my videos. Wow. I had like 15 people watching one of my videos, you guys. Like 15 people. Do you know how crazy it is? To know that like 15 people at least sort of kind of clicked on maybe my video and maybe watched like 10 seconds. I had like 15 people watching my videos, you guys. And then all of a sudden I had like 16. And then 19. I had 19 people watching my video. And then I had 21 people watching my video. Like I had more people watching my videos every day when I was doing the top 10 thing. 21 people watching my video. And CDK, you know about this. I told you about it already. Some fuckhead disliked my firearm video. And I had 21 people. And I had 20 comments. That's like the most engagement I've got in months. That's like organic. That's like organic growth. And then I did the gun video, and some fuckface downvoted it. And even though that got the most views, and that got the most comments by far, my next video got half that. And then my next video got even less. Isn't that great? And then the wet camping questions, it went back up again, and then it went right back down again, and then mindset for family went back up again. And I've got 2 more in the hopper. You're right. Top 10s trigger people's interests. And I think... But I still think like the algorithm just decides to just F you. It just wakes up and it's like, you know what? F you today. I decided. I can never tell what the algorithm's going to pick up. Sometimes I have big view videos. Sometimes they're small though. Yeah. I mean, my radio videos are the best videos I've had in like 8 years. Sometimes videos sit dormant for a month or 2, then they get some traction. Yeah, that's usually organic too. It's because something pops up and everybody searches for it. That's what happened with my radio videos. In fact, like now I might, not now, but people keep asking me about the Baofeng 32s, the new DMR, the new Baofeng DMRs. I might do a video about them. But the thing is there's not really anything to say. I don't really have anything to say about them. I might just hold it and waggle it at people. I don't know. Every time you change the thumbnail or the description, the algo treats it like a new video. Try playing with your thumbnails. I was playing with my toenails earlier. I don't know if that helps. I can try playing with my thumbnails too. That was a stupid joke. I have heard that though. Like it'll try to re-serve up your video. You know what else is weird though? Too. I mean, I'm agreeing with you. What else is weird is like the thumbnails are like really, 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 really small. Really small thumbnails. But the Mindset family thumbnail's huge. And it makes me wonder if the size of the thumbnail matters. I don't know. I can't tell. I don't know how anybody makes heads or tails of how any of this matters, to be honest. I just freak out when 20 people watch my video. Like, that's insane. Well, this was a fun test, and it's been exactly an hour. And why don't, and everyone's kind of melting away, why don't I bid you all adieu? And I'll try one of these every couple days. I'm done. Well, I've got one or two more top 10s in the hopper. And so I've got 2 more top 10s. So if you like the top 10s, there's going to be a top 10 tonight, top 10 tomorrow night. And if you want any more top 10s, you have to actually like express interest. And yeah, like having 20 people watch a video just like blows my mind. So I appreciate you all, and I'll try to do one of these every couple days now that the stream is like super stable and I can actually like navigate the internet without my damn stream crashing. So I can actually like look up topics for you guys without the stream crashing, which is insane. If I tried to do this on the last Wi-Fi, like we would have like dropped like 5 times by now, and I would have had to restart the stream, and I would have lost all of you. So again, everybody, if you haven't already, go resub to show stream, and then show. Don't forget, just like whenever Rural goes live or whenever Vision goes live again, just remind everybody. They're not going to get mad at you. You got to go to bed. 6 hours and 50 minutes. Yeah, that's me. I'm like the 6 hour sleep warrior. Yeah, I'm going to shut this off. It's been an hour, and I appreciate you all. And if you haven't already, please leave a review for my book. If you already left a review for my book, I really appreciate you. And Prepper Book Club, I'll reach out to you. And yeah, show, I'm glad you're not dead. That's great. That's great news. I was worried you were dead. I was worried that they got you. All your psycho followers finally found where you lived. Or your psycho ex-followers. Anyway, y'all take care, and I'll talk to y'all later. And there's still time to prep.